Hi friends, my name is Melody, and you are listening to Melodies, Musings, and Music. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Finally, the music part of Melodies, Musings. I'm going to give you a little bit of a background, my own background in music, and introduce to you a new feature that I am about to launch here on the podcast. And so I've been sitting here just kind of chilling out to my favorite smooth jazz music on this beautiful, bright Saturday night. I've had a good day, and I guess I want to start by showing you one of my meditation cards for today. It's actually an oracle card from the Surrender deck, and I don't have the deck here in front of me, but the card says "Surrender to Joy." I'm getting better at this. Don't know if you can actually focus on the words there on the card, but it says, "A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it." Love that. Indulge, this is really funny, indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. And as you can see, this young lady is over a body of water and she's leaping for joy, soaring with the birds. And that's what I'm about to do. Okay, I'm kind of dressed up in my fancy attire tonight because, I don't know, I just felt like doing that. Okay, let's get started with this. I'm calling this particular video, "Where Words Fail, Music Speaks." I'm going to turn this music down just a little bit, as I am speaking. So, here it is. Where words fail, music speaks. I do believe that. Music has always been a vital and important part of my life from the time I was very young. I mean, with a name like Melody, could I expect anything but possessing a profound love of music? Over my lifetime, I have utilized music to connect with my emotions and my Creator, to heal from heartbreak and hardships, to celebrate good times, to rock myself to sleep, and to express musically whatever mood I happen to be on any given day. When I started this YouTube podcast, I envisioned combining my love of both the written and spoken word with my love of music. As a musician myself, I idolized many famous singers and songwriters in my younger days. I spent countless hours in my bedroom listening to and memorizing their musical styles, genres, rhythms, and rhymes. Connecting to the ebb and flow of music that captured my heart left me breathless. As a result, I've never lost my love of the beauty of musical expression performed from a heart space of love and harmony. I began playing the guitar at the tender age of 12 and was gifted with 6 months of classical guitar training by my mother, who was also a musician and a lover of music. I used to perform in church settings, community talent shows, weddings, funerals, birthdays, at home in the living room with my family as the audience, and also while in the bathtub or shower, experimenting with the acoustics a decent bathroom can provide. I could always be found sitting Indian style on the floor in my bedroom next to a record player with my guitar in my hands and a cassette tape recorder in front of me. I dreamed of performing on stage in front of thousands of people, a spotlight streaming through a dark auditorium like a sunbeam focused on me, wearing a long flowing dress, sitting barefoot on a stool with a single microphone stand in front of me while strumming my old guitar and singing songs that flow from my heart. Unfortunately, for most of my adult life, my guitar lived under my bed and only came out for special occasions once or twice a year when an occasion called for it. After the event was over, the guitar was gently placed back in its old case and slid back under my bed to await the next musical interlude in my life. It seemed that the music that once was alive and well in my soul was gradually becoming a thing of the past, something I would remember fondly, but for whatever reason or excuse, it did not seem possible to revive it to its original glory. My guitar playing skills grew rusty. My ability to get into the flow of songwriting and performing like I once did began to elude me, and my voice, due to bad habits and lack of use, began to crack and fade. Over the years, those musical interludes occurred less and less as life got in the way of all those rosy dreams of my childhood. Eventually, the music in my soul was but a bittersweet memory that I pulled out occasionally to admire and appreciate, but then to tuck away again as one would do with a rare coin that will never be spent, or an expensive piece of jewelry that one only wears once or twice in a lifetime and then is put back into storage. Thankfully, I am now at a stage in my life when I am ready to pull out all the treasures I've collected over the years and spread them out in front of me to enjoy, remember, appreciate, and most of all, to take them out of storage permanently and to display them in my home or on my person, and or to use them again in meaningful ways. My love of music is one of those treasures. Over the last few years, my guitar has finally come out of storage and is now displayed proudly on its stand in my bedroom where I can see it daily. It is calling me to pick it up again and gently strum its strings, while tapping into old familiar tunes, strumming and picking patterns that once upon a time were effortless for me to play, and most of all, the musical flow I was once immersed in, allowing it to carry me along like a slow-moving river winding its way through the canyons and forests of the cosmos. I'm finally ready to repair and reconnect with that last fractured shard of my soul, creative musical expression. So it's no surprise that when I envisioned creating Melody's Musings podcast, I had to include music in the mix, even though it scared me, even though I've allowed my skills to deteriorate over time, even though my voice and musical range is not what it once was. Despite all of these reasons and more, I know that the only way to reclaim my musical heritage is to brush the dust out of my soul, grab that bucking bronc again with both hands, and jump back into the saddle. Ready or not, imperfect or not, feeling brave and courageous or not. It's ride or die time. The musical portion of this podcast will feature what I call 1-minute a cappella teaser tunes, or song excerpts that will eventually be followed by a performance of the full song with instrumental accompaniment, once I am able to recapture the essence of the songs that shaped my life as a young person on my guitar. This is true confession time, I'm also currently limited by the fact that as much as I know about computers and electronics, I can't seem to figure out how to get my current sound and camera tools to allow me to record the sound of my guitar and my voice at the same time. Seems to me that old-fashioned cassette tapes used to handle this task with ease, yet modern sound recording technology leaves me frustrated. Someday, and I'm dreaming again here, I will have an entire support team of people who are sound recording experts. Speak those things that are not as though they were. YouTube limits what they call shorts videos to 60 seconds or less. However, instead of seeing this as a limitation, I choose to see it as baby steps to regaining a love of the music I once loved to sing and perform. A wide variety of musical genres I love will be included. Everything from scriptures I once put music to, worship tunes I love, popular radio tunes from the 1960s and 70s that impacted my life as a teenager. Smooth jazz, blues, classic rock, country, love songs of all kinds, folk music, and even a few songs that I wrote in my youth. One of my original songs made it to being recorded and published on an actual album back in 1977-1978 timeframe, when I was 17 years old and a senior in high school. Unfortunately, shortly after it was released by Christian musical artist Terry Sutton Bigelow, eldest daughter of the famous evangelist Hilton Sutton, on her first album, Terry promptly left the Christian music industry and, to my knowledge, has never cut or sold another album. Her album was recorded by Ludwig Sound Recording Studio, located in Houston, Texas, at the time. I spoke to her about a year ago on the phone for almost an hour, and she still remembered me. We had a wonderful conversation. And by a true miracle of God Almighty, I still have a copy of the album my song appears on. It's in my possession. It has weathered nearly 50 years of moves in my life, that is, moving from place to place. It was lost or misplaced a couple of times, and then, thanks to my daughter's efforts It was found again last year. I will post pictures of the front and back covers of this album on the community board section of Melodies, Musings, and Music podcast, and on the podcast's sister page on Facebook, if any of you are interested in viewing it for yourselves. It, too, is one of my treasures of the past that holds great meaning in my life. Note to self: it's time to purchase an old-fashioned record player for your living room so that you can play the old tunes again in style. Thank you for indulging me today as I reminisced on my musical history. Please continue to be patient with me as I unthaw my musical skills, reconnect with my inner musician, and share my songs with the world. I hope you all have had a wonderful Saturday, that you got all of your chores and errands done, and that you'll be ready for a beautiful Sunday tomorrow, which for me will be a day of rest. But starting next week, I plan to record the first few shorts videos that will give you little snippets of sounds of songs that I love. And on that note, I love all of you with the love of God, because He loves you, and His love is within me, so therefore I love you, no matter where you are in the world or what stage of life you're in. Just know that you are loved. You are loved. You are loved. And that the Creator of the universe loves you as well. I'm going to go ahead and flash just a quick picture of the album. This is the front of the album. It's called His Creation. And this is the back. It gives all the details. Like I said, I'll post pictures of it in the places mentioned earlier in this video. Take care, friends. Turn on some music this evening. If you're bored with your usual routine, I urge you to turn on some of your favorite music and either rock out or chill out before you go to bed. And I will see you in the next video.